We've got these wood panel doors and they're drying out. And I don't know if you can see, but you can see there's cracks. See the light through the cracks. The panels are drying out. And down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill those cracks. This technique works for a painted door. It won't work for a door that's got clear varnish on it. But you can see one here where I've done it in the past. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a technique that boat builders use, and I'm going to take a natural fiber string and put wood glue on it and pack it into the cracks. So the first thing you want to do is clean the crack out. This door is put together in multiple panels, and when they put it together they use some kind of a filler, and I need to get that filler all the way out of there. So I've been working on it with a plain old utility knife, and then I cleaned it out with a hacksaw blade. So it's kind of whatever will fit in there to clean all that out, get some nice good wood surfaces on each side of the crack. The next step is to use a plain piece of natural fiber string. And this is just a ball of string I bought for, I don't know, whatever it was, a quarter or something. Not very much. And you want to make the string a little bit longer at the top and at the bottom so you have something to hold on to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip the string into a clear or a white glue, a white wood glue. And then I'm going to pack it in here. And you want the string a little bit longer at the top because you need to hold on to it. Otherwise what will happen is you'll start pulling the string down as you pack it in there, and you'll leave a gap at the top. So you just leave a little bit hanging out, you hold on to it, you pack it in there. Usually I use the back of the knife to pack it. This door is going to take two strings, one on top of the other, and the only trick here is you don't want to push the string all the way out through the other side of the door. You don't want it sticking out the other side of the door. Here you see where I'm getting done. I've gotten this part in there, and it's not consistent yet. I switched to a flat-bladed screwdriver because I found that the tip of this fit this crack much better. If you use something too narrow, it tries to pop all the way through. If you use something too wide, it won't go in there. So anyway, this tool happened to turn out to be the best thing, and of course I have to clean it up when I'm done, but that's part of it. So anyway, you can see going in there, got lots of wet rags around to help clean up excess glue and so on. Okay, so I'll continue on and then I'll show you when it's done. A bit of a side note here, when you're doing this, the crack will change width from thicker to wider crack to narrower crack. And what you can do to control the width of the string is if you twist the string tighter, the string gets narrower. And if you untwist it, it gets fatter. So you can do that technique as you're going along, as you're applying it in here. Twist it tighter to make it narrower and looser to make it wider. Also, if the string just turns out to be too wide, you can undo the string. Like this string has three subparts to it. You can remove one or two of the parts to make it fit the crack better. I've finished putting in the string, and what I've done is I've gone back through and I've held my fingers on the screwdriver in a particular distance from the tip and gone back in and pushed the string all the way so that I have got room for another string in there. I've also gone to the outside and checked to make sure that the string is not poked through on the back side. It is not, which is a good thing. And also you want to make sure that you don't push the panels out of flatness. You want to make sure that you don't push the panels like this. If you do, it's pretty simple. You just push them back in alignment and they'll stay there. And once that glue sets, they will stay there. This side is done. It's flat. It's pretty much there. But you've got an airtight, watertight seal once this has been caulked and painted. So, yep, that's it for now. I'll show you when the second string is in there and we'll go on from there. So the second piece is in. Same process as the first. Lay the string down, push it in there, go back over it and make sure it's at the consistent depth. And I always make sure it's below the top of the wood. That way when you caulk it, or I guess you could use putty in there, matching putty, and hide the crack altogether. But you need to have some space in there to get the putty or caulking, whatever you're going to do in there. Okay, so make sure that's a consistent depth. Make sure your panels are still flat, that you haven't pushed them out of flat. And then clean it up. Trim off the ends up here. Just use a knife, trim off the end up there. And that's pretty much it. So you caulk it or putty it, paint it, and you're done. Hope you found this useful.